Okay. Poem reading time. We're gonna read first Naomi. Start with yours.
Okay.
I haven't received any from Naomi. Oh, just did. Never mind. Bye. Whoops. Why did I say that? I don't even know why I said that. I said bye.
But
As we get old is what I needed.
Wait,
You want it?
why am I not? Oh.
hey, don't bother us, okay?
Did everyone get one? Yes.
What? I got yours. I
yeah.
got yours. That what you said. Okay. Yeah.
We are taught and we are told. When we are young, we are easy to mold. The more it hurts, the more we learn. It a lot of the time depends on where we yearn. As we cripple and get old, there is still a wisdom to be told. So never forget what our elders have to say, for it may come in handy to us all one day.
Wow. That's really good. I don't know how to comment on this one, but I like it. So I like the rhyme. Yeah. It's pretty good. I'm not a good literature commentator, so but I think it's really good.
Thank you.
The only one I would suggest is still a wisdom to be told. It's repetition of the first line to be told. We are told. So I would use the word change a little bit, like to behold, something like that nature, because you don't want the line to be repeat the same word in poem writing. So that is something
like,
if you can,
okay.
you wait it, so, especially last word, So yeah, so I like it, especially I like almost everything about this poem. So we are told and we are told. That is great. So, yeah. So, give me some of your own comment. The way why you're writing the way you write it.
I actually started off, the first poem I was kind of leaning towards was, I was going to kind of go from like a younger person or a life, kind of like a whole span of someone's life. So like when you were born to when you're old is what I was kind of first going for.
Yeah.
But I didn't really end up like how that ended up. So I just kind of ended up
with the flow a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of has. I still kind of do that in this poem, but not as. I don't know. I kind of wanted a rhyme.
Sure.
In it too, and so I feel like the way it ended up was kind of
pretty good. Yeah.
I didn't explain that very well.
It's good. So there's a little bit of variation in your rhyme as well, especially from the verse 4 to 6. So there's a change there a little bit, right? So yeah. That might be condensed into one line, so that way you'll all rhyme together. So, but I don't think it matters. So, well, that's me being a shabby commentator on poems. So, anybody else have some comments on Naomi's poem? We're gonna start with we're gonna reserve Noah as the last commentator. So, start with Esther.
I think it's pretty good, and I like the way it rhymes. It's pretty good rhymes for each.
Yeah.
Sentence, I guess. But yeah, like you were saying, it's cool how it goes from like it kind of starts from a younger life and goes up to when you're old. So that was pretty cool. But
yeah, fit in the title of the poem as well as we're getting old, right? That's your title, right? So yeah. So Yeah. I like the thoughts actually in each sentence almost conveyed. There's always, seems each one has a deeper truth than mere words, right? So, yeah. So, we're good, we're thoughtful, beautiful, arranged, well rhymed. Yeah, it's very good little poems. I like it, yeah. Yeah. Comment?
Should I capitalize every?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
So
do
this-
title, then
Yeah.
capitalize thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is kind of a
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not finding the right word. What type of poem is? It's kind of like a perspective poem.
Mm.
Something that when you read it that you would kind of, I don't think it's not personal it's not like a personal poem.
No.
So it would be kind of like something you could read.
Philosophical. The
Yeah,
word can use it.
yeah, and kind of look at yourself
Yeah.
in this, through this poem and
Mm.
kind of see what you can learn through it.
Yeah.
And you can kind of make your own illustration of what it could be saying.
Mm.
But yeah, it's very good. I like the rhymes as well, and it
Mm.
goes together pretty good. So,
Any criticism? We need to learn of positive and negative cons and pros in criticizing a poem. So, appreciating the poem. So,
a lot of times it kind of feels like, and I definitely do this a lot too, and it's really because it is hard
mm.
to rhyme,
Mm.
but and that's the big thing about rhyming. You can just kind of find words that kind of skim right into the area of making sense.
Yeah.
But it kind of sometimes like when trying to rhyme or something, it can make sense, but there's a lot that can improve on the words and stuff.
That's right.
So-
yeah.
Like, give an example of a poem.
That's a good point. Not too much.
Let's see.
But that's very good observation. I do that all the time, writing poems. When you're doing rhyming, it's not easy saying you have to find the right word to make up meaning for
Right,
the
right.
company. Yeah. A little bit awkward in doing that sometimes. So go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, I probably couldn't really give any, like, better example, but, like, as we cripple and get old.
The one as I mentioned, there's still wisdom to be told. The beginning sentence
Yeah.
is you're told.
And you could do, like, there's still
So-
wisdom to unfold, or
Oh,
different stuff like
that's
that.
a good
So-
one. Yeah.
So, yeah, told kind of
Yeah.
repetitive, like Emmanuel was saying before, so.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would change that word to behold, unfold, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so. Not that one, the next one. The wisdom to
Oh,
be
I know.
told. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. You don't have to listen to us. I'm just saying. I'm
No,
right.
yeah,
So,
I
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Just to unfold.
Yeah, that's a good one to unfold. Hmm. But I like the meaning behind everything, and thank you for the respectful way you guys talking about the elders, stuff like that. So I think that's try to make me positive, give you positive comment on that. I will give you that. Go ahead.
I don't have a whole lot to say. I think it's a good poem, and it's written kind of like a practical life lesson style.
Yeah, it's wisdom poem. Finally, I got the right word. Wisdom poem. So,
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't say it's very. The word philosophical was used earlier. It does have big thoughts, but it's not particularly in the style of a philosophical poem because
No, yeah,
like there's a lot of really practical application and understanding of the thoughts she expresses.
yeah.
It seems. Let's see. There's like a few grammar things that even in it being a poem still doesn't seem to work very well. Like for instance, where you say it a lot of the time, if that was to work at all, you'd have to at least have a comma next to it. But putting the subject of the sentence in the very beginning is not something that is done very often or works very well. So you could say something like, and a lot of the time it depends on where we yearn.
That's exactly what I want to change. That's exactly what I will change. Exact.
So you like replace it with and move it down
Exactly.
to before depends.
And
I know. I feel like I had that.
a lot of time, it depends on. I think that you don't need to actually eat at all, you know. So, if you think about it, yeah, because the eat already in the preceding verse already stipulated. So,
Well, you still have to have it
okay.
there for the sentence to make sense.
Mm.
Because if you didn't have it, it would sound like, and a lot of the time depends on where we yearn.
Mm.
So like then your question comes along, what is it? What depends?
Mm.
So another thing, like an overall picture of Naomi's poem is, and this comes with practice, and I've seen it in a few other poems of several of us actually. Sometimes I struggle with myself too, but you really have to make sure, especially when it's not in when the poem's not like about an event or something, and it's expressing individual thoughts, you have to make sure that they flow well, like connect with one another. So your thoughts connect in the sense that they are under the same theme, but you kind of jump, from each thought to the next. So I think the word sometimes is, no, it's not nitpicky, that's something else, I don't know. But your thoughts are, like I said, comprehensive in the sense that it's all under the same theme, getting older. But, for instance, you have, and a lot of the time it depends on where we yearn. As we cripple and get old, there's still a wisdom to unfold. So never forget what our elders have to say, for it may come in handy to us one day. So we have this kind of transition of just, it's kind of hard to describe it since the thoughts are so.
I think
General,
Naomi,
I guess.
if I do the rearrange, I'm gonna do 2 paragraphs. From there, start a new paragraph. You know, so because the one is talking the growing experience, the other one is getting old, some reflection experience,
So
making
where
sense
would
to
I
you.
split it from
As we cripple, yeah. So, but then make it necessary if you, for form's sake, to combine the third, fourth sentence as one sentence, then the fifth and sixth as one sentence, which is fitting the form. Each paragraph will have 4 sentences in total, making sense to you. So,
Yeah,
Wait,
that makes it a little clearer. Just making sure your thoughts are organized well. So by making that space there, it makes it doesn't seem like
yeah.
just kind of helps the flow. I
you
guess.
combine the third, the fourth together as one sentence, rhyme with the fifth and sixth when combined together another sentence. So make the whole paragraph, the first paragraph, the 4 sentences in total, pair together, parallel with this last
So
paragraph. Not really. So it's
No,
basically,
you had it fine.
yeah.
Wait, so are you telling me, or are you
The more
Yeah,
it
that
hurts, the more we learn. You can make that one line, basically.
that one go down?
No, like
combine
the more
one.
it hurts, the more we learn. That's one whole line.
Oh.
Yeah. This is learn some. Seems not substantial, but you writing poems, the form is important, right? So, yeah. Then the next one, the same thing. A lot of time, it depends on. Make one sentence as well. Yeah.
And I would change maybe just with the word choice, saying much instead of a lot.
That's great. Yeah. How about the most of the time? That's more formal saying, right? So. Yeah, there you go. That's first paragraph of many sentences right now.
Yeah.
4, right? So the last
Yeah.
4 is so the first is growing experience. The next one is reflection experience, right? So,
Yeah.
That makes this poem so, like contrast there, right? So parallel there. Make it thoughts, form, everything is more improved, if you will. So
Yeah.
structured good. Is those changes making sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. So this is very good. I like it. So,
Thanks.
we're gonna have Esther read your poem.
Read hers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm reading Naomi's, right? Okay.
I think the title I would say, as we grew, as we get old. So,
Okay.
w-
As we grow.
grew old, or you don't
Grow
have to use old, at all. So,
We are taught and we are told. When we are young, we are easy to mold. The more it hurts, the more we learn. And most of the time, it depends on where we yearn. As we cripple and get old, there is still a wisdom to unfold.
in that sentence there, the first sentence on the second paragraph there, I would have said, we are crippled and we get old, something like that. So because it pairs with the first sentence of the first paragraph, right? So you can do that.
Do what?
You don't have to actually, so that's okay. Go ahead, read that race.
So never forget what our elders have to say, for it may come in handy to us one day.
Yeah.
You're missing a space there in that last line. I think you had it before, but add all again, for it may come in handy to us all one day.
Oh, there's all there.
It used to be.
Okay.
Helps the flow a little bit.
Maybe add O back.
I don't know why
Yeah.
I did.
That's good. Now that is a good poem, Naomi. In all, we did some improvement, but it's only forms.
Thank you for the improvement.
Not the substance. Am I right? What you shared is very good. So, yeah, that's how you learn. Yeah. Okay, next person in my email is Esther. Esther's. Oh wow, you changed something. Okay, good.
I just said.
Oh, good. Okay, good change. Go ahead.
There is a moment we take our first breath. There is a time we take our first step. Day by day we get older. Each day we mature. The older we get, the more fragile we become. Always remember to take each moment of your life and spend it in a way pleasing to God.
That's very good. That is very good poem. Yeah. Simple, but it's beautiful. I like the thoughts especially. So, yeah, I like the beginning as well. There's a moment, there's a time. Well, comments, everybody. Start with Naomi now. So. It's your time to criticize. It's 111. Mm-hmm.
I like how Esther's poem is simple.
Mm-hmm. Simple but not simplistic. The difference.
Seven
Okay?
answers.
Phone cracks.
I actually kind of see some similarities in the poem I first wrote.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I thought. Yeah.
what? The very first poem I was thinking, or the very first poem I
Oh,
started off with
sorry.
writing, I just thought it was very similar to when I was reading.
surprised me, man. Sorry.
I like it.
You like it? That's all.
That's all I got.
Pro and cons. There's no structure in your criticism, man. So, pros, cons. I'm teasing you, okay? So we can move on now. So next time, you lost the chance to try. Okay, 叶老姐。
So far?
No.
It is. I like that Esther's poems are usually pretty simple, and that's
That's a good thing.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely. It's something that she keeps in all of her poems. This it kind of seems like she jumps from rhyming to not rhyming at all.
There is rhyme here.
Well, there is, but then it jumps to no rhyming at all, and I don't know if that's
There's no rhyming.
There's no rhyming.
Where's the rhyming?
Yeah,
Oh, there is no rhyming.
no rhyming. Beginnings, so.
It looks like it.
Yeah, because the sentence separate differently. So.
Yeah.
The pairing, there's a pairing in the.
I thought-
there is
I
a
was looking
moment.
at breath
There
and-
is a time.
I was
That's
looking-
like rhyming.
I was
there,
looking
but-
at breath and step and thought that was a.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah. So it's a freestyle. So
Free verse?
free verse, yeah.
Mm.
Uh.
No, you guys are gonna have a hard time with your dad because your dad going to organize something for you guys to go there on the front to tell everybody 15 or 20 minutes in a row to present something in the topic, so you can share your thoughts cohesively, organized, presentable. Anyway, you don't have anything.
It's kind of the same as Naomi's poem.
We don't want to squeeze the toothpaste, okay?
No, it's good. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Bring up some thoughts here.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's just, and it's the same way as Naomi's poem is in the kind of poem it is, where
Yeah.
kind of like I was saying, like
Yeah. There's a
it's kind of like a first person view of,
Oh.
I guess, right? First person would be
more.
the right.
I think it's more general. Said we. That's more general, right? So yeah.
Right. Sorry, I first person might be the wrong word.
Yeah. That's okay.
It's. Yeah. I mean, I don't have too much more
It's
to say.
okay. It's okay. You know, those kind of things inspire you to read others' holy comment poems, right? So look
Right.
at the whole comment poems. You might want to read a few essays, how others are commenting others' poems, right? So you can learn a little bit. This is for everybody, right? How to appreciate the poems, you learn how others appreciate the poems. So not necessarily mimic per se, but you see the angle, how do you appreciate the poems, right? So appreciate poems come from many angles, but each poem has a unique strength, maybe weakness even. So the poems can tell you about those things. Excellent poems, there's a reason why they're outstanding, So those are things you can learn from. So, but you don't have to, And sometimes you don't know what to do talking, so either. So I'm talking. So yeah. Noah.
I kind of like, or I do like the, what's the word? Kind of the swell that Esther's poem has from kind of starting small and then building on her idea and capping it off with how you can, like you kind of go from birth to reaching the end of life.
Yes.
And then you cover it all over with an encapsulating statement of making sure that you take each moment of your life and spending it in a way pleasing to God.
Yeah. It's like making a movie, right? Show the end story. And suddenly zoom in, so zoom back. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, my life should be spent this way, or how the movie is supposed to be played out. So yeah, go ahead.
The criticism I would have, again, there's not actually much for me to say on both sides because, to be honest, the poem doesn't have, it doesn't have a lot. Like, I think that there could have been more in terms of the ideas that were expressed that could have been further expressed, just in maybe a more poetic way as well. So the criticism, that was my. I told the thing I liked about it. Now the one thing I think that could have been done better is that there, and this comes with practice of course, but there's not much poetic expression except for the fact that it's pleasingly simple. Like I didn't see a lot of creativity. Not you had creativity in the sense that you had good ideas. Those were creative ideas, but in terms of your expression, there's still a lack of like creative expression that makes poetry attractive and impresses the reader. So when you read poetry, you're not impressed only, or you don't receive an impression only from the ideas, even though it plays a large part, but you also aren't receive an impression from how those ideas were expressed.
Called a poetic expression.
Yeah, that's why you can memorize, say, poems that rhyme very easily, because that is that creative way of expression. It impacted you more because it rhymed. There's other ways you can do that, even if you're not rhyming. It all has to do with creativity, I guess. So that's all I have to say about it.
That's all?
Yeah.
Well, I want to see something. It's simple. It's wonderful. It's in your own, I think the master language, even in your age, is outstanding. And in your age, I wish I could have write a poem like this, So I hope mentioning your age is not a negative element to be mentioned here, making sense to you, you know. So yeah, I think you have a lot of potential, especially the last sentence talking about zoom in. Not really has to do with evidently the thoughts were encouraging, said it's to spend in a way that pleasing to God, but zoom in to reflecting how to actually grow older, right? So in a meaningful way, there is a perspective thing that is we're good. So yeah. So in our doing good, so we're good. For your age, it's pretty good. So if I'm gonna give you a score, you're gonna score a 9 according to your age. Okay, so that's good, right? Your guys is good as well. Yeah, it's all about 9.
9 out of 100?
Yeah. Not. Oh yeah. That's very good one. I should told you that. No, 9 out of a million. That's terrible. No. 9 out of 10. Okay, so that's pretty good. So that's how impressed I am by you guys. So, you know, your dad mentioned your guys' poems. He was like a little bit speechless. He just startled him. So yeah, he was so happy. So you read their poems are really good, huh? So, that's what he told me. So, yeah. Well, next person. I agree with him. So in that regard, we were proud of you guys. Well, what's wrong with me now? So.
No, nobody's laughing at you.
Oh, you're laughing at yourself?
Naomi's just being
Oh,
giggly.
okay. Really?
Being
I am not the
goofy?
only one laughing.
You being goofy now? Who's goofy? Goofy girls, goofy boys? No opinion, the next person. Okay, now get your radar on. Okay, we're gonna criticize. We're gonna criticize poem.
A poem.
We're good.
No,
A poem. That's it. A poem of a poem. How to spell poem? How to pronounce a poem?
Boom.
Poem. That's right. So why is it strangely?
A poem.
A poem. Okay. That's terrible, guys. So,
That's his name. Poe.
okay, is that right?
I'm joking.
Okay. You got your name now, nickname, whatever.
One of the many.
Okay, let's start it. Be serious, bye. Let's be a serious poet, man. Go ahead.
Let's see.
Don't see, read it. Okay.
I must
No,
see
it's
to
scary.
read.
Yes, see, that's right.
Long before the dawn of day, when all was cool and still, a lonely man of quiet gray slept atop a lowly hill. The stars, which shone so numerous and clear upon that gentle night, were not so sacred nor so near as this man's golden heart of light. The sheep which roamed the field below, as white as their shepherd's beard, dwelt in peace, content to know, to fear not but what their shepherd feared. Despite the length of this man's years.
Oh, there's double the. Hey, I
Where?
pick on you.
Where?
So.
Easy.
The.
Despite the length.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Okay. Not the Poe. Whoa. Eh,
Why,
Hey, it's funny.
why is Google Doc editing so weird?
That's sometimes
not
it's strange. Yeah.
I blame it on Doc,
Yeah. Yeah.
Google Doc.
literally.
Okay, don't break the rhyme. So go ahead. Yeah. Despite.
Despite the length of this man's years and his austere and simple life, he lived only in truth, dismissed pride's sneers, and had loved to love amidst all strife. For while he slept in tattered sheets, as wrinkled as his skin, his ways outshine man's loftiest feats, and his worth was found within.
Wow, it's an amazing. I like it. Yeah. So basically, this is about the old man, right? So,
Yep.
About Abraham.
It's about Poe.
But somebody old, basically. What's you imagine this old man be?
An old shepherd.
Yeah, old shepherd.
Oh, I thought you were doing it about a specific person.
Maybe
Oh,
Abraham.
man.
Who knows? It's old man. So that's it. The old shepherd.
Yep.
Live a simple, content, godly life. Not much to show to the world, but very much to show to his own heart, right? So, yeah. And he said that outshines man lofty faith. So, shown to what then? Shown to creation, maybe. Who knows? So, worth is found within. I like that statement. It's very poetic. Very good. Well, you seem to have a lot to say. Go ahead.
That's a lot to giggle.
Yeah, how's the giggle? Okay, then
The
giggle.
thing I like about this poem is that I can understand it a lot more than I know.
Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Maybe that's why I don't like it that much.
And
I
I like the story he tells through it.
Uh-huh. You can instantly.
Imagine what he's saying.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, I just like the way he wrote this one.
So you like the story. You like it's
definitely think,
easy
like,
to
That
understand.
Noah should have an actual name for this poem, not a poem. I think he should.
Well, the old shepherd, that's his name. So
Yeah.
something like that. You don't have to. An old man, basically.
I'm gonna name mine an old poem. I mean,
A poem's good enough. So.
But yeah, that's.
No, there's no negative comments as yet.
Give me some negativity.
Some calm,
Negativity.
some negativity, some criticism.
Something that I just kind of thought was weird that there were two B's.
What? What?
It's the uniqueness.
Okay, my poetry is ruined.
What is that? What is that? What? I didn't get it. So.
She was talking about the two V's.
No, to these. Okay.
BB.
Ah, that's corrected. Okay. Don't
I
drag on
understand.
that.
I'm
Don't
gonna
pick.
go cry about that
Don't
one
so
later.
picking on people. Yeah, you need to
Why
learn
do
to
you
let
have
it
to
go.
be so
Forgive. And move on.
Forgive and forget.
Forgive and forget. People make mistakes.
I forgive.
Yeah.
I think the old man should have a name.
Oh man, that's a very good observation. Wow.
Dumb.
No,
So-
Did I not tell
I
you
like
before I read
Poe.
it? Poe.
His name is Poe.
Yep. That's what I think you should name it a Poe.
Yeah, Poe. Yeah. Okay. So
What's
that's
your-
your
somebody
criticism. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All together.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's
I
why
have a
Alan
lot
Poe
of
called
criticism.
Poe. Alan Poe.
Huh?
Alan Poe. You know the
A. Poe.
famous
Edgar
Poe.
Allan.
Oh,
Alan
Edgar Allan Poe.
Allan Poe. His last name is Poe. Literally.
Who?
You don't know. It's famous author. So, yeah. So comments beside the, forget about it. The Mhm.
CHE.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I can kind of, like Naomi said, understand it better than most of his other poems.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Not
and-
enigmatic anymore.
Wait, what?
Anyway, don't worry about it. Yeah.
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 That's your face over first. Yeah, but it kind of goes.
He's just tomatoes.
I like.
Stop.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Good. You guys continue teasing him, so I like to hear it more. So go ahead. That's it. Pretty good. Yeah. Okay. That's good comment. Yeah. Want to hear some substance now. So.
Well, when I was listening to Noah read this and reading along with him, I thought he was talking about Abraham because it kind of seems.
He's not talking to the Abraham, you think?
I thought he was.
You ask him.
He said he made a confused face when I had said it
He
was.
did not
'cause-
say
I was not
Abraham.
intentionally writing about Abraham, but
Yeah.
if you like the poem better in
Yeah.
thinking
Well,
of
because
Abraham,
Emmanuel had said something about
That's
it,
me
and then I
talking
noticed a
about
lot
it.
as
Yeah.
well.
I figured
and
that was the case.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Especially talking about the stars.
yeah, and I thought that
Yeah.
it was you were talking about him because I mean I guess he wasn't a shepherd like of
He was a shepherd, even he's old. He was old. So.
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
guess he was.
Yeah, you're right to say that's Abraham.
Yeah,
Someone
I
like Abraham. Sorry.
like it. Let's see. What can I criticize? Oh yeah,
DD.
Don't just say yeah. I like
double
it.
THE.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just gotta read through it all.
What about the skills he applied? Like, metaphors, comparisons, parallels, induction, something of that nature. No?
I don't really know.
There's a lot of rhyme here, right? So
I mean, he did
The
pretty
rhyme's
good with
pretty good, yeah.
the rhyme.
rhyme's pretty
Um,
good. The form is really good, huh?
Yeah, I don't really have much to criticize.
No, how many?
It's easy to criticize when you're the writer, but
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to criticize
Well,
about it.
No, how many? Let's see, how many lines in this? Is this like a sonnet form? No, I don't
I
think
think
so.
it is close to something.
Close, but not real,
It's,
am I right?
it's not. It's definitely not a song.
I grabbed him.
There's 20 lines.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read it. Hear me out. So, if you want to change it before we finish, okay? So, a poem. No, a poem.
A poem.
Yeah, poem.
Never tropical voice.
Long before the dawn of the day, when all was cold and still, a lonely man, quite grey, slept atop a lowly hill. The stars which shone so numerous and clear upon that gentle night were not so secret nor so near as this man's golden heart of light. The shape which roams the field below, as white as the shepherd's beard, dwelt in peace, content to know, to fear not, but what the shepherd feared. Despite the length this man's years, it is austere. Austere is strict or something. It's
Yeah.
a simple life. or hard life in a sense. His austere and simple life, he lived only in truth, dismissed pride's snares, and allowed to love amidst all strife. For while he slept in tighter shades as wrinkled as his skin, his ways outshined man's lofty fates, and his worth was found within. Ah, that's something else. I like it. No comment.
No comment.
Yeah, it's good. It's a 9 out of 10 according to your age and your reading skills.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys is even out, okay? Okay. Elijah's poem, man. Go ahead.
Well, mine's a little different because I had originally stopped here and was gonna finish and do some more,
You did not?
but I kind of felt like
So that's
What
half cooked poem?
what makes it a little different and a little bit significant is that
Uh-huh.
it's somewhat unfinished, and that's what makes it good.
Oh. Let's cut your hand off. So that it's unfinished, Elijah. So that's good.
But then you put a robotic one on, so it works either way.
Okay. Where's the robotic in the poem then?
Right there. All right. Respect your elders, he said to me, with wrinkled eyes and a purposeful gleam.
Oh.
My young heart, so wild, so new, took not these words for meaning nor use.
Wow.
But as my mind began to wonder, as all must do, it also broadened the scope. It picked up the clue. I
Wow.
pondered those old words. I sought them out. I conjured myself. I quenched the drought. Respect your elders, I said to him, with an intentional tone and a meaningful grin.
Wow. That's just like a moment in action, something like that. Somebody changed for you. Somebody moved. Something's changed.
Because he read it like that.
Okay. So conjure, what does conjure means?
Conjure means think. Or,
Conjure means
ask
thinking.
yourself.
Ask yourself. Often conjure means make up for something, you know. So conjure a story, conjure. Anyway, so that's okay. So it might
I
different meanings.
research whenever I use any word that's not like whatever. I
Do
look
it.
them up. so-
Okay. Now I like the gleam and the green and comparisons there. Purposeful gleam and a meaningful green. Why you use that comparison there?
Purposeful glean and meaningful grin.
Yes, gleam is like he's smiling as well, right? Beaming on his face.
Well, one, I didn't really want to. I had already kind of copied the first part enough in the first part, in
Yeah.
that part, and I wanted to change it up since it was me saying that instead of the person I heard it from.
Yeah. So that's I don't know English. What is that called? It's like a reply. Reciprocal.
Reciprocal?
Reciprocal. Yeah, reciprocal. That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, is that what it means there? So,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I said to him, "This is a very thoughtful entry. I like it. With intentional tune. Maybe the first one also can add a purposeful gleam. You can't do that. I mean, there's a. Don't. Never mind. I think it's good. So, I don't know English word well enough. You wrote many words there. Actually, I'm not good at using it, but I like them. Very expressive. Were suitable for this poem. So, I like the word, for example, broaden the scope, pick out the clue. This is like a very beautiful expressions to me. So. Conjure myself, quench the drought. I like those expressions. Yeah. But why use the word called ponder those old words? Why the word old words?
Well, because it was kind of like coming from an elderly person, also me growing and
Oh.
pondering back
So
to
you
when
just
those
use that
old words
word.
as if they were in my
Yes.
mind pondering
To
them.
to give a particular meaning to that.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because respect your elders is a very old
Sure.
saying. So
Tradition as well.
I wasn't only looking back on what that specific person said to me, but
But it's
what were the
age
sentence
long
actually
tradition in
meant.
the sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, you sorted them out then, right? So
Mhm.
yeah. So in the last sentence, everything is like a little bit playful to the elder, but you, in a sense, expression understand what he said to you,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, I like this. This is like a little movie, you know.
Actually, I think what he meant to do in the last thing was
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
make it to where it was him saying.
Yeah,
it to
as
his
if
children,
myself
yeah.
being old saying that to
But
someone knowing what I meant.
That's where my criticism comes in, is that
What? What? What the last sentence means?
his sentence was supposed to be as if
He's older.
he is the elder talking to someone young.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
is that right?
But the execution of the poem itself is like
Then the
really-
hymn there is
uh,
confusing to us. So as a reader,
I know it's just like super butchered.
super butchered. that's terrible word to use. Chris,
I think you actually have a very good idea
Very good idea.
that could be taken advantage of
Yeah.
and made into a really nice poem, but you wrote it very naively. Like everything is like you can't. Like people are kind of sometimes poems are good to travel through blindly as if you don't have a clear understanding of what everything means. But when someone reads this poem, they're not only blinded, but they're also bumping into things, and they don't reach the right conclusion that you wanted them to reach.
Mm.
So most of the people here, I'm probably the only one that realized you were talking about him as an old man talking to someone younger than him, instead of him answering the old man. who
Yeah,
began the poem.
exactly right. Because I thought it was because according to this flow of information here, carrying on from the first sentence to the last, is me and him is were a particular person already stationed there, as a
Right,
staging
yeah, I
character.
understand.
So you suddenly change the character, but without any designation or transition specification there, then it's leaving for us to guess what
Right,
so
right.
as it's going to misread what it actually tried to express.
Mhm.
So that's interesting, that's however you can add some, all those things can be included, not necessarily in the statements, right? Respect your double quote, so my son. If you the last one and respect your elder, my son, then that will translate and dissolve that kind of confusion in a sense, right? So, so I mean, something that nature can modify a little to that effect. You don't have to listen to me. So, my suggestions.
Oh no, it's
But-
definitely.
yeah.
I understand where
Yeah.
there. So.
Yeah. Well, that's in overall. I like the. I don't think it's butchered. I'm not going to criticize like that. But that, as you said, it's. Oh, he used the word butchered. Actually means cut off the little arms. That's a good one.
Well, that's what you said.
No, I said it in the beginning. I said cut off the arms. He catch on that word.
Yeah.
Butchered. So. No, it's not butchered. It's only something you can modify. So, well, let's start with Noah's offered his word negative review. So let's hear some positive ones.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's kidding. Okay, good. Yeah. I'm so
Yeah,
glad you're just kidding. Yeah. Go ahead.
I really liked how. I mean, I wasn't able to. I thought it was just saying what Noah's saying.
Butchered. No, said butchered. Yeah. You're not happy.
Well, no, but I thought it was.
Hey, expression is only you have to
Somebody said to my poem, butcher, I'm going to take a fight, man. So.
touch my
Go ahead. Okay.
I thought it was saying that this kid, I guess, was
King.
at the end. He was saying it back to the old man.
Yeah.
I thought that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Throughout the thing.
Yeah, there is some mystery in this poem, tell me. So why the title called Elders? Elderlies.
I just put that on last night. I don't really know what I should call it.
Well, that's make Yilin super upset. So.
Actually, I don't think elderly is a word.
Really?
It's something funny Dad says. It's not a word.
That's his fault then.
I was kind of like thinking of
Yeah, make Elaine boil over, man, so she can't contain her.
Bring the house down.
oh, that face.
Okay, continue. I like what you guys said.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty good otherwise, other than whatever else.
Other than what? Other than what you said.
No,
Hey,
other
pay
than
attention,
what
pay
everyone
attention.
else was saying.
Okay.
I like it.
I like the inventiveness of this poem, actually. I think the word outstanding. Except the last sentence confused us a little bit. Yeah. But if according to what am I reading it, I think it's actually very good.
I think if you wanted to come back on this poem at some point and do some, a lot of rewriting with certain things, you could actually make it a really good poem.
Yeah, very good poem. And let me tell you something. This poem shows you how the material from the great poet. You just need to work on it. And no one, everybody is a material for a great poet, but this one is very good. So you need to be a story writer or something. Write
Telling you,
something.
it's a lot like Dad.
Is that right? Tell us about that. You not
I
tell
don't know,
us.
I just
Like your dad in what?
Yeah.
his storytelling.
Your dad is not a good poem writer.
I'm not saying poem, but like
I never read any
I
of
can
his
just tell
poems.
Elijah will be good with like reading and
Reading, writing, yeah.
out loud like my dad.
All you guys are good, expressive. Your mom is very expressive as well. So I mean, your mom's speech is brilliant. All right, mommy's speech is good. What's wrong? Esther's catching up. So Elijah is butchered, so he just
Yeah,
Butchered it.
to try to
Hey, you're
combine.
gonna cut out that meat, throw it on the fire.
That's terrible work. That's
Let me cook it up a little bit.
not gonna hurt my life if my brother tell me I was butchered.
It just depends on how you perceive the term. That term's pretty.
That's terrible.
No, that term is used.
That hurt my pride, man. You guys did a good job. Sorry. Okay, now we finished that.